the sack. Now the Red Raiders go on the attack for the first time in the afternoon. Jason Rattan getting the starting quarterback. Throws complete to Rodney Blackshear for a gain of 10 yards. Then from the SMU 45, Rattan to pass, this time in the flat to Richard Ross. It's a gain of 9 on the play. And the Red Raiders drive continues. Later from the 35, Rattan to pass. He is flushed out of the pocket, fumbles, and the SMU Mustangs come up with the 9-yard line. Jason Rattan rolling right. And he throws out in the right flat to Anthony Manyweather, and he caught it before going out of bounds for a gain of 9 yards. A few plays later, Rattan rolls to the left this time and decides to turn it upfield. He scrambles for a hard-earned 9-yard gain. On 1st and 10 from the 42, Rattan on the option keeper. Hey, he looks like a running back here, doesn't he? Nice running by Rattan for a gain of... Rattan is back in at quarterback. He rolls out to the right and decides to turn it upfield. And as well, Rattan, as we showed you on an earlier play where he gained 27 yards, running like an offensive back here, picks up 11 yards on the play. Then it's Don Marshall taking the pitch around left end. He races for 11 yards, goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Rattan is back to throw here, looking for Rodney Blackshear over the middle, and it is caught. Pass interference is declined, and on the next offensive play, Lynn goes in from 6 yards out. Tech adds another score to lead 42-7 at the half. Now it's back to the Red Raiders again. Lewis Sheffield, who had a good afternoon, runs for 6 yards. And then 1st and 10 at the Tech 46. It's Don Marshall's turn. Good cutback. And he drags a tackler for a gain of 9 yards. Later on a 2nd and 11 at the SMU 38. Marshall on a delayed handoff, and he breaks a tackle and is finally brought down after a gain of 16 yards. So he takes it all the way inside the SMU 20-yard line. This is that play again. And boy, how about these moves? Runs right out of a tackle there, and as we said, turns this into a 16-yard gain before he is finally brought out of bounds on the stop. The drive culminated with a Lynn Elliott 28-yard field, 55-7. Showing on the board, we go to the 4th quarter action now, and Don Marshall getting heavy work on the afternoon, runs for 17 yards. A couple of plays later, Jason Rattan back in there at quarterback on the keeper. Carries it for a gain of 9, and then from the 23-yard line, it's Kinney on the carry, but there is a fumble, and the Mustangs come up with...
I just wanted to get a chance to start so I could get relaxed and get into the tempo of the game, because coming into a game, it's tough because you're not really knowing what's going on, and the game plan has changed as the game has gone on. And so, yeah, I was really glad to start.
It's interesting in this ball game and the fact that there's not a senior quarterback saying goodbye to you guys. And now you prepare for the offseason of next year, and who's going to be the starter?
That's going to be a good question. It's going to be an interesting spring, and it's going to be a heated battle between the quarterbacks.